Ego. I let my pride get in the way of this connection. I left before you could leave me. So this is, I'm feeling like this is someone that messed up. And they were messing up and they knew that you probably was about to walk out the door and leave this person alone. And so instead of them allowing that to happen, they kind of dipped out. They didn't want to be abandoned. They didn't want to feel rejected. And so it's kind of like they left you because they didn't want to be the dumpy. The dumpy. Okay? They wanted to be the dumper. Alright, look at this. Page of Swords, Queen of Wands in the reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. This person could have been judging someone here. Juggling you and someone here. Alright, so let's see, guys. Sorry, I had a pause. I thought my alarm was going off, guys, okay? But let's see. What do we have here? Eight of Pentacles. Look, somebody, they putting all this energy and effort into it, and the next thing you know, they done flipped, they done made a different decision, they're hot, cold, they're in and out, you don't know what to expect from this person. It's causing confusion here with Judgment in the reverse. For some of you guys, it could be a Scorpio. You got the Five of Swords here. Told you, a lot of conflict, a lot of mental games, a lot of confusion. That's definitely what that Five of Swords is. You don't trust someone. Okay, it's causing confusion. The Lovers in the reverse. Could be dealing with a Gemini. The Six of Cups in the reverse and Chariot. There's your energy, Cancer. Guys, this person know they can pull on your heart. They know that. They know that all they have to do is say one thing. You're going to put in that effort. You're going to put that energy in without questioning them but so much. I feel like this person has kind of gotten comfortable with playing these little games with you. Like I told you, 1 minute they're investing, they have you thinking this, and then all of a sudden it's a switch up. They made a different decision. Now they don't know. They're not working on making this work or really making decisions that align with what they say. Their decisions are manipulative, cause a lot of confusion, and really splitting the connection up. It's like you don't really know what to expect from this person here. Okay, so you definitely, on a deeper level, you don't feel like this person is really putting in. With the Six of Cups in the reverse, this is somebody that could also be, they're not real open to apologizing. Okay, they're not real open to really making themselves vulnerable, taking accountability, apologizing. I do feel like they have a lot of things they're holding on to that they need to let go of that's impacting them with this connection. You have the Chariot here. You have the Page of Cups in the reverse. You have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like also this is somebody making a decision out of fear. It's like you see how he's looking behind his back at these other people, but you don't know what they may be doing back there. So I feel like they made some bad decisions. I feel like out of a misunderstanding, right? Like say they saw you somewhere talking to somebody and they just decided to say, oh, Cancer is cheating. They're doing this. They're being unfaithful or untrustworthy. And so they make a decision and be like, oh, I'm out of here. The whole time you're like, well, what happened? You just leave you just don't communicate with me. You just make your own choice. Yes, that's what they did. Probably one of those people you can't reason with. You ever seen somebody that no matter if you're telling them what's going on, they have their own mind made up as to what they feel like it is. And that's what it is. And there's no convincing them otherwise because that's their ego. Just in case you're not telling me the truth, I don't want to make myself susceptible or vulnerable to you playing me. And a lot of times, I hate to say it, but a lot of people move like that are the ones playing games because that's also the other flip side of the coin. I'm going to also be doing to you what I'm afraid you're doing to me. Not liking the energy I'm picking up from this person here. All right, let's see what the Eight of Pentacles is here. time, energy, investment. You guys could work with this person, or this person tells you they're at work and they're not. Okay. You have the devil in the reverse. Releasing limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts. Detachment, freedom, restoring control, resentment, lack of will. Yeah, I told you they're pretending like they're working on this. They're pretending like they're working on themselves. They're going to have to work on themselves. That's them. I feel like the thing is they have you thinking that they're working on themselves, that they're changing these parts about themselves with that devil reverse and 8 of Pentacles. But then you shortly realize that it's temporary, right? It's not permanent. They're not really making the deep changes, right, that they need to. Yeah, the Tower in the reverse and the Hierophant in the reverse. Let's see, why is Judgment in the reverse here? The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Overly emotional, deceit easily. Influence, bitchy, cold-hearted, cruel, bitterness, narrow-minded, insincere, and intolerant. I told you guys, very disrespectful person, very narcissistic person. Hot and cold. I told you that. I felt like very hot and cold. 1 minute they're working on this, they're pretending like they're changing, they're working on themselves, they're releasing their demons, what they make you think, and then boom, all of a sudden, here we go with the disrespect, the bad decision making. Okay, them not seeing things clearly, because the Queen of Swords is somebody in the reverse, is somebody that doesn't see things in truth, or they refuse to see things. They have their mind made up, very restricted, limited mindset, and so it impacts the decisions that they make, because they make those decisions based on fear, and they don't have to take much information to make a decision. They just go off of it. And yeah, look at that. King of Wands in the reverse at the bottom. Impulsive. I told you, impulsive, ruthless, high expectations, hates, unpredictable, unachievable expectations. This person expects you to bow down, in a sense, give them everything they need, while they kind of play this mind game with you. Okay. King of Wands in the reverse can definitely be a player energy. Okay. 5 of Swords here. Page of Wands in the reverse. Lack of direction, delays, procrastination, creating conflict, poor communication, and bad news. Didn't I tell you? Poor communication. They didn't communicate. They just saw what they saw. They felt what they felt. They made a decision, and it was a stupid decision. Okay? It was one that they made out of just their own assessment of it. But when someone already has their mind made up that someone's going to cheat or someone's going to be unfaithful, guess what? That's what they're going to look for. And anything that even remotely looks like that, that's what they're going to believe. Okay? They're not going to take all the circumstances in. They're not going to use their intuition. They're going to let their ego override anything. And I feel you trying to talk to this person, convince this person, rationalize with this person, but there's no rationalizing with someone whose ego is in the way. Okay. The Lovers in the reverse. Look at that. The Knight of Pentacles. Self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck, stagnation, perfectionism, work without reward, carelessness. Yeah. Feel like you working and putting in energy into this connection. It's pointless. This person has too many things that they have to work on, that they always only just project onto you. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Delays, apathy, boredom, lack of motivation, lack of energy. Feel like there's no passion here in this connection any longer as well for some of you. 6 of Cups in the reverse is clarified by damn Judgment in the reverse again. This person make terrible decisions. I keep saying that. Self-doubt, inner critic, lack of self-awareness, self-loathing, punishment, destruction, and ignoring the call. I told you this person has a problem with apologizing. They have a problem with connecting. They have a problem with empathy, especially when it comes to your feelings, guys. And you have the Chariot here. This is your energy. And then you have the 9 of Wands in the reverse. Inner resources struggle, overwhelmed, on edge, defensive, paranoia, fatigue, exhaustion, lack of motivation. This person is draining the hell out of you, Cancer. Okay? They're draining you. And the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Clear behind that is the Eight of Cups. Definitely walking away. Okay? Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? You're very unclear about this person because they, yeah. Depending on what mood they're in is depending on what answer you're going to get from this person. Oh, you have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and you have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Some of you guys may be married to this person. Some of you guys may have considered marriage with them, so pay attention to these red flags here, okay? Okay. Let's see. They may be trying to come towards you with a proposal, guys, but this is a warning, okay? You're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart, and I really enjoy our conversation, so they feel like you're very smart. They appreciate your intellect, okay? Maybe this is why they feel like they got to work double time to try to manipulate here. Strange, okay? I'm getting an energy of also that, guys, that's where their ego is here. They know you're smart. They know you're intelligent. They might feel, I hate to say this word, they might feel dumb compared to you. And so they like to argue. They like to go back and forth. This is why I keep saying this person just says dumb stuff, or they keep making dumb decisions. It's because they're arguing out of ego. You ever seen somebody argue out of ego and they just say stupid stuff at some point just to be right? Just to sound right, because a lot of times they're not right. They're just saying whatever they need to say in the moment. It's called right fighting. Okay, they're just arguing to be right. They're not arguing to bring understanding. They're just arguing to be right. And that's the type of person I'm feeling like this is. No matter what you say to them, it's your word against theirs. And they don't like the fact that you're so damn smart. And so this makes this person feel inferior, which is why they like to argue. They end up, sometimes I feel like they do things just because you said do A, they do B, just because they don't want you to feel like you know what you're talking about. I'm feeling somebody just that damn petty. Just that damn petty. Okay, it says, I love you more than words can express. You still mean so much to me. I miss our deep conversations and your nurturing energy. Sounds like a Cancer, right? They love your depth. I told you they love that. They love your intelligence. They love how you. They love talking to you. And shit, guys, they might even love picking your brain so they can get information from you and then try to go somewhere else and sound smart. Okay, I've known plenty of people that like to steal jewels from other people. Like they talk and you be like, this is not their mindset. This is somebody else talking. That type of person. The mindset they picked up on is yours, okay? I'll be back when we are fully happy and fulfilled in our lives. I'm so sorry I've never shown you how much I loved you. Because they were very selfish, focusing on themselves. I told you, as long as somebody is fighting out of ego, all they're trying to do is protect themselves. At that moment, you're not a priority for them to protect. Okay, it's about protecting themselves. You challenge me in ways that make me grow. Even though it's difficult, I know it's right. They know they need to work on themselves, guys. Okay. I do feel like they are working on themselves, but right now is not the time for them to come towards you with it. And they know that, okay? Maybe we're too different. That's why we disagree and feel distant from one another, from each other. I'm afraid to open up. I've been hurt too much in the past. I don't know how to trust again. That's that ego. See, you know, that ego always comes in to protect your weakness or whatever you feel like is a weakness. That ego is always there, ready to protect whatever that inner parts of you that you need to heal. Okay, my childhood was difficult and it still affects me. I was let down by people I loved and trusted. So this person has some deep things that they need to go within. It's not you, it's not your place, okay, and it's not your job. They're going to always lose out on connections if they always react out of fear, or they always let their ego take front and center and drive the wheel. Their ego is driving them, okay? And so they're always going to have these disconnects in relationships where people walk away from them because they're not offering enough. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles here. Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. They're going to miss out on so many opportunities with building anything. A legacy, having their own family, their own happy household, because they're all over the place. Okay. Alright, so let's get a few secrets, hidden truths here. And that will be your reading, Cancer, okay? Let's see. Clarity, truth, intentions, honesty. Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable and affected. See, this person has some unstable. Yeah, they're unstable. That's just what I'm picking up, guys. They're unstable. And so you might have been trying to understand this person's emotions and thought patterns. This is deeper than you. Okay, this is deeper than you. And you're really a pawn in this person's game and in this person's transformation. Okay, sometimes that's not a good place to be. Okay, so you have apology, forgiveness, return, sorry, and then you have at the bottom withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. So they feel lonely, they're single, they may be wanting to come to you. I feel like they want to come to you guys because they need that nurturing energy from you right now. Okay. But are they going to give that in return? Or is their apology sincere? I want to see if their apology is sincere, guys, okay? They might be coming through trying to explain what rev or emotions they had. King of Swords here again. Queen of Swords here, okay? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Maybe they are trying to be direct. Maybe they are trying to be honest now. Let's see. Maybe they do want you guys to come to terms, have a heart-to-heart, face-to-face conversation. Okay. Too many cards here. Oh, shoot. The World in the reverse. The Star in the reverse. The Nine of Wands. They don't want to close this cycle. But, guys, they haven't healed, like I said, like they need to. They still got some work to do. Yeah. You want this person to make sure they've cleared that ego, that devil energy out. They've realized. But, yeah, they need to kind of tame that demon that they have. And they need to work on that first, okay? All right, Cancer, that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell. And I will see you folks next time.